let's talk about hemoglobin A1C testing. If you've never heard of that, you probably don't know anyone with diabetes. Well, Hy-Vee dietitian Katie Schaeffer says it's something that all adults should have tested. The A1C, which measures?
It's going to measure about a 2 to 3 month period of your average blood glucose or sugar levels. Okay?
This is different from just getting a quick
fasting blood sugars are different. So that kind of shows a snapshot in time. Those are a good test, but if that is off, usually a doctor will then kind of have you take an A1C test to get a better idea of what's going on.
This is the more extensive test that measures over 2 or 3 months. So Katie's going to, it's just a little finger prick.
Yep.
And it doesn't take very much blood, you said.
No, it takes a teeny tiny amount.
Okay.
So we're just going to do a little finger poke. Okay, so just like that.
Look at that, I actually bleed red.
Yep. And then we just take a teeny amount of it in here.
Wow.
So it really is
a small amount. Okay.
Yep. And then I'm going to have you hold that.
Yeah, okay. Now, you're going to put that in that machine there, and this is what you are making available, these tests, free tests, screenings, on a first-come, first-served basis at all of the Hy-Vee stores?
It's going to be at the East Kimberly Road store in Davenport, and then at Milan. That's where I sit at the Davenport store, Nina sits at Milan. Okay. So they are a free test, and it's great for people with diabetes to just kind of get a checkup, but it's great for people that maybe have never had it before, because insurance does not cover it unless you are usually diagnosed. So if you're trying to prevent it, or you got diabetes in your family, or you're just curious, it's a great way to get that tested.
Okay. Now here's the thing. This is going to take 3 or 4 minutes to get that number. And the numbers we're looking at is to find out if you're pre-diabetic, your number might be higher than 5.7 is this number we're looking at, okay?
Yep. So if you're looking, you want it to be 5.7 or below, and so it comes out as a percentage. So people get kind of confused between fasting blood glucose and A1C. So an A1C is a smaller number and it's a percentage. So less than 5.7 is what you're looking for if you are not diabetic. Anything from 5.7 to 6.4 we kind of classify in that pre-diabetic range, and then anything that is 6.5% or higher, usually that's when we'll say, hey, you should go to your doctor and just get that double checked. If you are someone that has diabetes and you're getting your A1C checked regularly, usually the doctor is going to have you have a goal of 7% or right around there.
Now for this screening, when's it taking place?
So it's the month of April. At the Davenport store, it's this week, and then it's going to go to Milan for the last half of the month. So she'll have it out there, and so if you can't make it to one, we'll squeeze you in at another. And we still have tests available. They went live in March, so a lot of people have signed up already. I did 23 of them yesterday.
Did you?
Yes, so we're busy, but we still have spots available. So
well, it's really a nice feature that,
that
you're offering. I'll bet you do. And so the thing is, you should take this. You're not going to diagnose anything.
No,
but whatever this number is, take it to your doc and say, well, you know, what do you think I should do, depending on what the number is.
And we can fax it to the doctor straight kind of from our platform, and so it just is a good way to, again, get it checked just so you have some peace of mind and you know what's going on. And
I'll mention that the pre-diabetes, like if you hit 5.7 or something, don't be scared or concerned about that. That happened to me once, and so I just cut back on some processed foods, and it took it right down to 5.3.
Yep, all the numbers are changeable, but for sure in that pre-diabetic range, we say don't be alarmed, but this is a great chance to make changes, which is why we as dietitians like to do these screenings, because we can say
preventative.
Yeah, here's all these foods and things that you can try and do that can kind of get that number back where you want it to go.
Let's answer one question I think a lot of people ask about. If I eat a lot of sugar, can that give me diabetes?
So it does not directly give you diabetes, but what it can do, it can cause the inflammation, it can cause weight gain, and then that blood sugar stays in, or I should say the sugar that breaks down stays in your blood. And so if you're eating a lot of it, a lot of the processed sugars, things like that, you are raising those levels, which makes your body work harder to get it into your cells. So then it doesn't directly cause it, but it certainly doesn't help.
Is that going to ding like an oven timer when I'm ready?
Yep, so your number is normal. You are in normal range.
Oh, normal
Good
range.
job.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
so that's how fast it takes. It's like a 5-minute test. You come in, you come out, and it is non-fasting.
5, 6. Whew. So see, I wasn't sure what was going to happen because I do love my chocolate. This is all I got to say.
You don't have to give it up.
So this is something that you can still do through this month of April. Yes. And you do encourage it, don't you?
Yeah. We have people that come and they're like, oh, I don't want to take somebody else's spot. I'm like, that's not what it's meant for. It's meant for anyone that wants to get it tested, whether you have diabetes, you don't, or you have no clue if it's even a risk factor.
Okay.
It's not a fasting test, so we have afternoon appointments. We do have morning appointments too, obviously, and it's free, so the price is right.
And there's nothing to it. You don't have to fast. Just keep that in mind. And then it's just a little fingerprint. They took what? Well, you took a little drop.
Yeah, like a milliliter, I think, of blood.
And now I'm
very small.
Now I'm all bandaged up like you, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Katie. That's a great service you're offering. So yeah, so you can look online if you need to know more about if there's a store near you that has it going on.
Yep. Hy-Vee.com/health. There's a dietitian's tab on there, and then on the top of that page, it's going to say free A1C screening.
Thank you, Katie. That you made that easy, and I hope we encourage some of you to get this tested. It can make a difference for you.